All right, you need to do this now to prepare for the admin abuse inside of FISCH. So obviously with admin abuse coming this weekend or later today, pretty much every Saturday, we're going to experience some admin abuse. And because of the fact that they're not updating, Nate said that they're going to be doing some crazy admin abuse just to make up for not having an update, because obviously they had the Thanksgiving update. So it's too much to like cram in another update. So essentially one of the few things you're going to want to do is make sure you do have optimal rods to grind for this. So they integrated a new admin abuse where you can actually manage to catch Leviathans. As you see right here, I got a mastered profane Leviathan. That was like one of the only real good ones I got out of it. But you can catch Leviathans, profane Leviathans. You can get crazy good value out of this. Now, the main thing about this though, obviously Leviathans are very hard to get. So what you want to do, and today might just be your lucky day, but if you're watching this video within 1 week of it coming out, then you will actually be able to enter into my Oni Ralphix set giveaway. I'm going to be giving away every single fish for this. And to enter, all you need to do is go down and click that hype button and then hype this video, and then go and comment your Roblox username down below. But once again, hype this video, comment your Roblox username, and that will enter you into the Oni Ralphix giveaway. And I'm going to be giving this away to multiple people. So one of the first things you can actually go and check out is making sure you do have a good enough rod for this. Now, obviously some old rods like Dustakar from Fish Fry and things like that are really good for grinding and for their high slashing, but there's actually a good mutation you can get, which I'll go ahead and show you. This is going to make your rod absurdly overpowered. If you're using the Oni Ralphix rod, so one of the enchants if you're using like a rod like the Oni Ralphix, right, is Rage. Now, Rage is absurdly, it is crazy valuable and overpowered. And one of the reasons for this, right, is the Oni Ralphix already has a pretty good passive, but if you look over at enchanting, great with rods with high luck and lack the passive stab ability, which, if you don't know, is literally the Oni Ralphix that has 777% luck and 777% lure speed. So highest base stats like that, but no stabbing ability passively normally. So as you see, 40% chance per fish movement to stab for plus 8% progress, minus 50% luck, minus 20% resilience. Now, the reason why this is really good is normally that big of a reduction on resilience and luck would be really bad. But since the Oni Ralphix already has infinitely negative resilience, minus 20 isn't going to do anything. And since its luck is already so high, minus 50 isn't really going to do anything. And alongside that, you're going to gain one of the most overpowered slashes abilities in the game. Now, this is even on par, Rage, I believe, with the Cerulean Fang Rod, which, as we all know, this is like one of the best rods for admin abuse, right? 40% chance for an 8% slash. So you can get an enchant. This whole rod's ability can be completely outdone just by an enchant. Like, the only thing that makes this rod valuable can be outdone by an enchant. Obviously, they had to add where you can get Nova on it. They just added that in the most recent update, right? 15% chance for Nova. This is new. But the only thing people have used the Cerulean Fang Rod for, as you can see, is its very high slashing ability. Obviously, this is of value considering you can get great money and value during admin abuse because it has one of the strongest slashing abilities and already a naturally high control bar. But rods like the Oni Ralphix lack the ability to have a slashing. So if you include the super high progress speed boost that the Oni Ralphix already benefits with and the Rage slash from that, you're going to have crazy good value out of that. Now, next thing is going to be to get this. No, so if you don't have the ability, right, if you want to get the high level rods, right, what you can do is my current recommendation. So to get this, you're going to have to get the relic, since this is from a twisted relic. So to get this, obviously, if you weren't present and active in the newest Merlin's update, essentially what you're going to have to do is go on over here, and there's going to be a rift, right, that can be spawned in through talking to Merlin. Now, you have a 20-minute delay on this, which is a bit irritating, but if you have, the time to complete the quests, you're just going to go up here. Obviously, they changed all of what Merlin's shop looks like and all this. It's very interesting. So you'll come over here, and this is Merlin. So you'll have to get all of these shards. Now, to get these, so come to her, right, you have to go through the dialogue first. So I'll say, I need a rift, right? I'm ready. This, by the way, has a 20-minute delay. Now, there are 4 colors. There's purple, teal, I believe, blue, and red. And, you can bypass this fully with, gliders. But normally, right, there's a bit of, a parkour, and then you'll come interact with this shard, and then you'll get one of the 4 shards. Now, we'll take this shard, and you have to get all different 4 ones before you can unlock the next section after this. So I'll take this shard, and I'll give it to her, and as you see, we got a title. Now, there's 4 possible rewards, but after you have given her the 4 shards, obviously, there is a 20-minute delay. Yeah, 20 minutes, and it's a bit irritating whenever you're sitting and actually wanting to do the quest, but realistically, it's not too bad. bad. So there's a 20-minute delay. Now, the only downside is it's random, meaning you can get the same one multiple times when you don't need it. Say if I need a red one, like that's the last colored one I need, I can get purple multiple times when I'm wanting red. Now, once you've done this though, you can buy a twisted relic from Merlin, as you see right here. Now, this, I believe, actually can be caught. As you see, the twisted relic can be obtained through Merlin at a price of 500,000 per relic with a 30-minute cooldown between each purchase. So once you buy it, there's a 30-minute cooldown. The player must be level 30 and have completed his quest returning the shards. So in order to do this, blah, 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 right? Now, catching quips. So when you catch it, right, it is minus 20% and regionless. Now, this can actually be benefited when you're trying to catch it by using enchants, which I'll explain in a second. So if you want to, potentially AFK get this, you can do that with macros, which I'll have a great macro at the end of this, which is super overpowered, and I'll explain it furthermore in a second. But what you can use over in enchanting, you can get some rod like the magnet rod, and you can get the scavenger. So scavenger has a 3 times higher chance to catch these things, as you see, like enchant relics, but just obviously normal enchant relics, and then treasures, exalted relics, and atomic nukes and all that stuff. So very overpowered. But one of the main things is you can use something like the magnet rod to have tremendously high boosted value for catching items. But one of the main things though is you do want to make sure you try to get the mutation like that. Now, that does not mean you shouldn't use something like the Sorgulan Fang Rod if you don't have a good option, but the Sorgulan Fang Rod obviously isn't too great. Now, with the admin abuse and weekend hype coming back, something you can look forward to is the black market coming in cycle. Now, one of the main things about the black market is it will cycle, and if you don't know, it's not like a physical spawned in event. It's going to happen all weekend. Now, this is every single weekend. As you can currently see, it is 10:30 for me, 10:30 p.m. It's going to start in 13 hours from now. So it's going to start essentially tomorrow at start cycling at around 10-ish. Now, or not around 10-ish, around 12. So it's going to start around 12, right? And as you see, black market is a limited shop that appears only during real life weekends. It has a 50% chance to spawn every 15 minutes, and it'll last for 10 minutes. So this is globally, meaning it's the same for all servers, meaning essentially whenever you're in a server, right, when you'll join, I like that they added this feature. You'll join and it'll say directly to you like, oh, the, whatever has spawned in, the black market is spawned in, and the island name, even if it's already spawned in, which is really nice. You can join, right, and it'll be like it spawned in, and then, it despawns within 2 minutes. But the nice thing about this is you can pretty much wait every like 10 minutes or so and just join in the game, right, and be like, oh, right, we got the black market, go over there, and you can buy admin bait. Now, the reason why this is really overpowered is admin bait is super good. I don't have any on this account, obviously, but things like taco bait, star bait, you can get guaranteed high value admin mutations that are 8 to 9x. Then on top of this, you can use super easy controllable rods like Sorgulan Fang, which I'll show you. You go down to Luminous Cavern during a Starfall event, you can buy it, but you can use a rod like the Sorgulan Fang Rod with that bait. And if you catch something like the Profane Leviathan, right, these are going to be some of the best fish you can put into your aquarium, right? Without any ability, any snacks or anything, I'm getting a 50 or 500,000 online profit, which even after the nerf is really good. And also, as a note, mind you, I haven't taken these to the treasure appraisal, so I could potentially double this and make over $1 million. Now, the main thing about this is considering that they only have mastered, right? Some of these I had to trade for. Still really good value. Now, once again, though, I would recommend trying to get a high slashing ability. With these new twisted relics, you can get pretty good value. Now, another thing with twisted relics is you can get a really, really good enchant greed. This one right here, greed is really overpowered. So there's some things like this. So there's obviously bad enchants that you don't really want to get, like this one, protrude, 2% chance for protrude, which makes it lose value. This 25% chance for sandy, which makes it lose value. Weak, minus 10% max kg. If you have a rod with infinite kg, you don't really have to worry about that. So realistically, you're probably gonna have like 10 relics before you can get the enchant you want. But a good enchant like this one right here, greed, as you can see, plus 50% fish size. So this is the best for money. Obviously, the minus 30% lure speed and minus 5% progress speed. This obviously great with rods that have high lure speed and mutation passives. So such as, the Ani Ralphix rod, or other rods such as like the Ruinous Oath and other things like that. Now, obviously, that's a really high reduction of the stats, but nonetheless, plus 50% on a rod that already has a good passive on a mastery. Then you can also get something like Sea Prince, as you see on my Luminescent Oath, I have Sea Prince and Sea Overlord. This is 55% bigger. If I had that other enchant, my fish all caught would be 65% bigger, which is even more money. And obviously, it's only 10% bigger, but that is a 10% rate you should probably want to get. Now, for the most part, you want to take advantage of this while you still can